Alright, here we're going here next we're going transgender hate mail, homosexual hate mail, atheist hate mail, basically me reaction to a bunch of screen caps of comments from YouTube and DeviantArt that are responsive to I'm made against these deviant lifestyles and a few other things. Trigger warning, if you don't like what I'm saying, go ahead, click off the video and go watch something else. Not online says hate speech for my videos because there is no hate speech for my videos. Speech you hate, that's a different story. Let's continue on with people getting these all these conversations and me transgender well versus in basic biology. I think it's hit off about that. Also, it's good to be vaccinated. So it helps on spread germs. I got vaccinated for COVID a little while ago, and I got vaccinated for flu a while ago to help my body be stronger against those things. Also, it's kind of hot in here. The air conditioner going. It's still a little, but it's kind of hot though. So yeah, it's 81 degrees outside. Very nice. And let's look at some Nazi work fan art. We have, Owl House girls like all kinds of good, all growing up, showing off their beautiful bodies in golden bikinis and without golden bikinis. Very nice. We have, I think, a parody picture of something going on. Someone's brushing their teeth. The girl brushing their teeth while two, a man and a woman are getting it on in the background. Crazy stuff. In the shower. Getting it on in the shower. Getting pregnant in the shower there. Very nice, very nice. Okay, showing off all these cute cartoon girls. Showing off their bodies. Girls getting the gynecological exam there. Very nice, very nice. Checking out her bowl over there. Very good. See widow in a cute little barely there bikini, gold bikini there. Really covers her up. Very nice. You have strange dudes. I think strange dudes are impregnating Amity. She was like, I don't know about this. At the hot spring. The dudes seem happy to see her. She doesn't seem that happy to see them. That's definitely interesting, though. Yeah, there's a bunch of them. That's a little strange there. Let's continue on. We got click. Wall of text. Here we go. Someone says, look, man, I agree with you. The science did, because it does. There's people that say the science doesn't, but they're lying. The data biology, here we go. And biologically, it does. So, what the heck? Why are you guys trying to fight this? Come on. It does. But psychologically, like with what and how you feel, there have been extensive research done proving that a woman can psychologically feel like a man, yes, because it's not male or female. Feelings aren't male or female. And a man like a woman, because feelings are not male or female. Reproductive organs are. Feelings are not. It doesn't work. I'll put some studies down below that are wrong. There's also an argument that if you put a baby, random baby, male or female, in a box and grew up in the box, they still feel like a man or a woman. Or it just exists either because it hasn't been exposed to any gender stereotypes. Yes, because the stereotypes are what inform people of what male and female feelings are. There are none. So wrong. It's also important to note that gender and sex are different. Yes, identity and sex are different. Your sex is in a man or woman, male or female. Yes, that's it. But gender identity is a social construct which isn't just defined at birth. No, you have to learn. You learn your identity as you grow. That's how it works. Your sex and chromosomes mean nothing apart from physical differences, red and blue, salt and pepper, etc. Gender is about your role in society, stereotypically, and how you feel you're viewed. Yes, but being viewed depends on who's viewing you. Some people will view you wrong because you're, basically they got the wrong notions about what you are. And you have to live with that because that's going to happen. For example, if your sex is man and you have a penis, yes, and that's it. Your gender is man. That's a lie. Usually have more heavier labor job. No, that's not true. You have more heavy labor jobs, stereotypically. What? You can't really show your feelings so much without looking weak, according to lies we were told. You have to provide, but at least jobs are more likely to hire you. There's that stuff in there too. Well, boy, there's a difference. Yes, stereotypes. And sure, gender identity can be affected by sex. For example, men having hard labor jobs because they're biologically stronger. True. but it's not entirely dependent on it, and not wanting your gender to be dependent on your sex or what clothes that you have is totally okay through lies. It's not. Stop lying about your sex. I'm sorry if my comment got a bit long. At least you're being respectful and not screaming. You either have a hole or a pool. Gosh dang it. Oh, ah. So props to you for that. This probably won't change your mind about things, but I just hope it can at least make you slightly think of things a bit. Here are the studies. Sorry for making this so long again. The studies that are wrong, links there. Got it wrong. I say exactly. If both people born testicles, both people born testicles, males, and people born with ovaries, females, can feel the same feelings, that makes those feelings neither male nor female. And while gender identity is different from biological sex, if someone born with testicles, male, says they are female, a woman, that is a lie. Same goes for a person born with ovaries, female. I want people to stop lying about their biological sex. Stop lying about biological sex. About the biological sex. This guy is literally Christian, says someone else who doesn't understand how things work in life. And I say, the old chestnut, this guy totally different from that is totally different from Christian. It's like it because I don't like what he says about the transgender lifestyle. My roll emoji. Lifestyle. Yeah, you also sound like him. I say, they're legal adults. Let them do whatever they want through lies. Nope. You're not their mom. If legal adults want to get homosexual surgery, they can. It's their body. They're not hurting anyone other than themselves. They're random. Once they have their new genitals, it'd be pretty weird to refer them as the sex they are born. They don't get new genitals. They get destroyed. Their old ones get destroyed. But I say, no, that's what we're telling the truth about them. Because they don't have new genitals, they mutilate their old ones. And then I tell the last person, and do you have footage of me assaulting someone because someone's arms are the wrong color? Because Christian did that. He maced somebody because he saw a poster or his cardboard cutout at a GameStop of Sonic, from like Sonic Boom Rise Lyric or something. He did not like it. So I'm just like, you got in an argument with someone over that. That guy needs help. God help him. That's about it. So yeah, I'm sorry. You have footage of me doing that? The same thing as him? I'm like, nope. And so it says, what does HOC stand for? Husband, wife, or child or something? And I say, you're a client. So I'm like, cool. What is your IQ? Normal, I'm sure. Please get tested. You sound like Christian through lies. So you'll end up like as a lol cow. Again, no person called me a lol cow. Telling the truth. For telling the truth. That's hilarious. Like, yeah, lol cow. I'm laughing at you telling the truth. Nothing to see here, folks. Don't look at it. Don't look into it. Get into it. I am the main hashtag. I am the main character. Yeah, my story. Yes. You're not American, making her a woman. Oh yeah, that's where that stuff started. Next. You come from a ghetto. Who says the name of a city, the name of a state? I say, oh gee, that does narrow it down. I had to search through a massive city with multiple counties. I know the local high schools as a person. I say, which one? I'm sorry. There are several. And so, yeah, you got nothing. And I said, also, what is the point of trying to find me? To yell at me because you disagree with what I'm saying? You can do that just fine here. And there's less of a chance of you getting arrested and or knocked out. Is it to attack me? Then there's the risk of being knocked out and or being arrested again. And for what? Because you don't like what I said about the transgender lifestyle? If that's the case, are you really fighting for truth if me speaking out against it makes you want to silence me? Yeah, well, ball of text again. Get a same ball of text. Continue on. And so it's love how you laugh for being a ridiculous hate mail, lol. Have you ever checked about Ben Shapiro? There's some twins who are black. They're hilarious. I can't remember their names. I've heard so many anti-woke people. It's hard to keep track of. Thinking about it is most is how these trans-identified men are trying to erase what it means to be a woman. That's true. True. It's just like back when people white label wore blackface. These men are wearing woman face. Yeah. They'll never know what it's like to be a woman. We're not a joke. A birthing person, a chest feeder, leader, etc. We are women, mothers, sisters, daughters, so much more than a costume. A tear in the eye emoji, and I say, right on. People need to stop trying to be a man or woman and work on being themselves. So, you really need to stop saying that trans are atheists. I know quite a few atheists that are against this stuff too. I say, when did I say that? Usually all trans people are atheists. 10 seconds in. No, I say it's atheist hate mail. The hate mail. Okay? Transgender hate mail. Homosexual hate mail. Atheist hate mail. Basically screen caps of comments that are in response to comments I made against these deviant lifestyles. That's what I say. I don't call trans people atheists. So, though there are trans people that say they're atheists. It's not the same thing. Seriously, I heard it either. If anything, I say it's more, they're more devil worshipping language you crap. But you know, see, it's like check me out on YouTube and DVR.